So today we're making aloo gobi, and as you can see, we need quite a few things, but it pays off in the end. So to get started with any kind of potatoes you like, I like using the new potatoes just because of the consistency and they tend to cook quicker. A few tomatoes, sometimes you need more, it just depends, but I like using the Roma tomatoes. A yellow onion. I tried using a white onion before, however the flavor wasn't really how I like it, so I just stick to yellow. A head of cabbage, which is the gobi. Oh, by the way, the potatoes, that's the aloo, so aloo gobi. The spices is what you're going to need quite a bit of. So, I'm actually traveling with my husband for work right now, so I don't really have my kitchen with my spice containers, so labeled baggies is how I do it. So anyways, you're going to need vegetable jalfrezi, coriander powder, cumin seeds. Now, you don't really need these. I just like to use them. Oh my gosh, this camera. Curry powder, garam masala, some salt. I mean, you don't really have to use it. I usually don't use it, but you know, whatever you'd like. Cumin powder, canola oil or olive oil, some chili powder, and some turmeric powder, haldi. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna organize this stuff and I'll come right. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do first is skin some potatoes, just because I guess you could cook the potatoes in with the curry, but it takes longer, so I boil them halfway and then I put them into be back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it down the center. So now you have two pieces. Lay that flat. We're gonna go down the middle, turn it around, and since these are so small, we're only gonna go down the center again. So we're here in quarters. If you have a larger potato, you could just divide the center. So again, down the middle, and we have quarters. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish skinning these and cutting them, and I'll be right back. So, I have all the extras off the onion. What we're going to do is, on each side, as close as you can get. Now, I don't have my knives, but it's as good as it's going to get. I really do miss home, but anyway. Okay, so we have that end off. This is why it's always nice to invest in better knives. Now, I do have better knives, but they're in storage. Okay, so now you just want to remove the first layer. Alright, see this weird film that's under the skin? If you don't get this off with it, your knife is going to slide when you try to cut it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut directly in the middle of the layer straight down. So, see? Alright, just put this down and cut it straight down. So now your onion, so this is in half. The top. Oh my gosh, onion in the camera. We're gonna call this the top, and you'll know the top because, like I said, the bottom is just the layers. The top has this darker color. I'm gonna try to place the top this way just so I can demonstrate the video. So what you're gonna do is, let me try to do this with the camera. You're gonna put your knife this is the top up here, but not at the end. And you're gonna make an incision straight down. So mine, I'm just gonna make medium size. See, so it's not all the way to the side. Top with that thing, they're not all the way through. Let me put this back. If you had a serrated knife, which obviously isn't a butter knife, but a steak knife, a bread knife, this is a serrated edge. This has no ridges, it's not. Actually, I might be able to show you with this. For some reason, the skin of the tomato just works. Whereas, if you were to use this nice fancy knife, it kind of has a little issue breaking through. You end up like smushing the tomato. See? Yeah, we don't want much tomato. So I might actually and use this butter knife. I know, funny, huh? But like I said, serrated knives are always better. I forgot to mention one ingredient, and that is ginger garlic paste. They come in just ginger paste, just garlic paste, or ginger garlic paste. You can get whatever you prefer, but this is a must-have, or the recipe will be completely off. And when I edit it, I'll try to include this in the beginning. Alright, so the easiest way I found to do this is to cut from the cord. So the top is right around here. These are long. See, as you can see, I can't really see, but this is already getting everywhere. So see this little, I don't know what is wrong with my Bible lately, but florette, broccoli florette, whatever this group of cauliflower is. As you can see, I just also give them a little stirring, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to let them sit a second. The cumin seeds, I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons. And we're done with that. The chili powder, depending on how spicy you like it. I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of that. Let's see. The masala, I'm going to use a tablespoon of that. Just, this never comes out, but I'd say, I hate these shakers. It's about a teaspoon of curry powder. Oh my gosh, this seriously never comes out. This is easy. About a teaspoon of cumin. I know this sounds like so much, but I'm telling you, so much goes on there. You want about a tablespoon or so of the coriander. Turmeric, up to you. It has a lot of medicinal qualities, so I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that in there. And the vegetable jalfrezi, my sasama actually is the one who gave me this tip. Not everybody uses this in their recipes, but I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of that. It really gives it an amazing flavor. Okay, so I'm done with the spices. I'm going to check on the onions and be right back. Okay. I really hope you can see those. I'm trying my best. So you can see our onions are translucent. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic ginger. Now, however much you want to put is really, you know, your own preference. I'd put at least 2 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and put about, I love ginger garlic, and it has a lot of medicinal benefits as well. I'm going to go ahead and put about 4 heaping tablespoons in. So once you put the ginger garlic paste in, regardless of the amount you put in, I'm telling you to at least put 2 tablespoons in. The consistency will be a bit thicker. I'll go ahead and show you that in a sec. Now I'm going to go ahead and the spices we measured out, I'm going to go ahead and put those in. And just flip them around. And you want to make sure you're really moving this around. Don't let the spices just sit in one place because they'll burn, and we don't want that. It's going to look like that after the spices are added. What we're going to go ahead and do now is grab those tomatoes we cut and get those in there. And stir those around. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of water or pani. Just a tad. we don't want to add the cauliflower till the tomatoes are basically, how would you say it? Really soft, and they're not as formed, I guess you could say. Okay, so right now, you can see, you could barely tell there's the tomatoes in there, and this is the oil. It's red colored, obviously, because there was chili in there. So since the oil is laying on top, you could barely notice, you know, that there was tomatoes put in here. It means it's ready for the gobi to go in. That's when we're going to add the water. And I don't really have a magic measurement as to how much water you should use. I guess it should just be enough to just because with the carryover cooking, I don't want them to get fully cooked because we still have to add them into the curry and we don't want to end up with mush. Over here, as you can see, the gobi has been cooking, and what we wanted was for the liquid to reduce. Now, this isn't done or finished. Okay, so my video cut off before. It looks like I'm running out of memory. But what I did is I added in more water, and we're just gonna let this cook down one more time, and after that, the gobi should be soft enough and it won't look like whole cauliflower gobi anymore. It's cooked down. So now that we do that, before all the liquid evaporates from it, we're going to go ahead and put the potatoes in. So we'll just be okay. So now that the potatoes are in, we're just going to allow this to cook down until we start seeing that oil again. What I did was I added some cilantro on top of the gobi. In India they call it coriander leaves, and this step is completely optional. This is just about done. I tasted it. You can start seeing the oil come out now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and edit this video because it's probably like hours long right now. I'll take a picture of the end product. I'm going to post this up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share my video, and let me know what other dishes you'd like me to make. I enjoy cooking all cuisines. I'll also list the ingredients below, as well as a link to my blog where you can find all the details.